Come on, 49er faithful, let's get it.
Because it's 49er mind.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mind. It's 49er mind.
We gotta get that brick by brick done quick.
49er mind.
Yeah, yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mind.
We from the Bay.
49er mind.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mind.
We got that red and gold blood inside us.
49er mind.
How's everybody doing? It's 49er Minded. First preseason game out of the way, off the books. 49ers versus Kansas City Chiefs. We took an L, 19-16, but hey, it's just preseason. We work the kinks out. We try to get better. We try to work on what we can do for our team, of course, the San Francisco 49ers. And with that said, this is my first actual roundtable. We might be winging things a little bit. If things seem kind of choppy, that's the reason behind it, but I'm going to bring my boys on it anyways. And we got right here, all the way from Washington State, we got Crypto Ryan with the Stunner Shades. How you doing, Ryan?
What up? Doing good.
And without further ado, let me bring on Bay Area Bala 18. What's going on, man?
Bashar, what's going on? Thanks for hitting me up and letting me know we got a roundtable going down. I'm excited.
Yep, and this ain't roundtable pizza either. So let's do it. Let's say what's up. Let's say what's up to some people in the chat. I always gotta say shout out to my boy, my little brother, Amin the Dream. It's
what up, Amin?
What's up, Amin? You gotta subscribe to his channel if you're not subscribed yet. Bay Area Baller 18 has a channel, and definitely subscribe to him. We got John Clark in the chat. What's up, John? Who else is in here?
What up, John?
Oh, we got Angel all the way from Southern California. Says, what's up, Bashar? 49er Minded Show. McGlinchey. Him and I always go back and forth talking about McGlinchey. We both always talk about O-line because we both played O-line, and he actually coached O-line at one point. So good to have Angel Cortez in the show, and I'd like to have him on the show as a guest in the future without a doubt. And how was you guys this weekend, man?
I had a great time. I went to the game Saturday, and that was a lot of fun. Sunday was just a day with the family. We went to the park. That was about it for my weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Moving sucks.
Oh, you moved?
Wow.
Yeah. I hope you had time to watch the game.
I did on Saturday, and then I went to go move on Sunday and wasn't able to get everything out in time, so I had to come back today. And I got home just in time before you messaged me and seen it.
Oh, today? Oh, really? Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. The truck is full right now, homie.
Oh, wow. I just thought you were just having a normal day, and if I had known you were moving, I would never even hit you up to come on the show. But
we're good.
I know you're always down to hop on the stream, though. I know.
I kind of need this right now.
You haven't seen a stream that you don't like. My boy Crypto Ryan with the Stunner Shades. What's up, Raruna? Sports Illustrated, all49ers.com.
What up, Raruna?
Writer Raruna Pereira, representing the 916.
He's been killing it on Twitter. He's been killing it on Twitter lately.
I got him on my Twitter. Follow him on Twitter. Put your Twitter info if you want people to follow you on Twitter, Raruna. Put it in the chat.
He can be so stinking hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Some people don't get Raruna's humor, though. They think he's serious when he types things up, I noticed.
It's kind of like East Bay Chris, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, East Bay Chris. He's just sarcastic 24/7. He doesn't know what serious is. We got a longtime buddy of mine, Adam Figueroa, says holler. Yeah, I'm going to get into we're both buddies with Simba Webster's older cousin. So we're both really, really good friends with him. So so the Simba Webster story is definitely interesting. And let me just play a little thing. For those who missed it, this was definitely the play to see at the game. If you went there or whether you watched it on TV or we went there. So here we go.
Ross Dwelly lines up as a right wing next to McGlinchey. They're going to boot the quarterback left. Here he goes, deep downfield. Trent Sherfield's got it. Trey Area.
So his first throw's incomplete on a drop. The second one's a touchdown. House call.
You gotta love Greg Papa shouting out E40's Trey area. It doesn't get better than that.
That was funny. That one
Cringy.
caught me off guard.
Oh yeah,
guard.
I was at the game, so I didn't even know he did it until I got home. Well, I actually got to my sister's place. My sister lives in San Jose, and she was gracious enough to let me sleep over for the weekend because I live all the way out in the 916 area code, you can say. But yeah, when I heard that Greg Papa's Trey area thing, it was just hilarious. It was so funny. I was like, but pretty cool for those who went to the game and those who saw it on TV to see Trey just in his very first game, or preseason game that is, as a 49er, come up with some gigantic, huge touchdown play. I mean, I was expecting something good out of him. I wasn't expecting that. But with the good, there was the bad too, though. But what was your take on Trey Lance's debut, Ryan and Brayer, a baller 18?
Go ahead, Ryan.
I think he was doing great things. I wish he would have been able to move around more in the pocket. I like what Grant said after the game, that you need to change the launch point every couple plays, so the defensive line can't pin their ear back and just go to a spot. I wish there was a lot of drops that could have been just made him look great. There was almost an interception that I think was more on the receiver. I believe that was Jennings. Jennings sat a little too deep in the zone, and he didn't close on the ball when it was coming at him. So therefore, whoever was playing the zone next to him just decided to come over and get their hand on the ball. So I thought that was problematic. But it was a good performance. What can you say? That 80-yard bomb was amazing.
Yeah. Now, if you look at the stat sheet, there's a lot of, especially those in the 100% pro Jimmy camp, there's Niner fans that want to stick to their guns and say Trey Lance is the bust. I know a few of them. And they'll be like, oh, Trey Lance did horrible, 5 for 14. It's like, okay, well, 3 of them were drops. A few of those plays, he literally takes the snap, and I remember one play, Jalen Moore and what's his name, the guard from Notre Dame. I'm skipping.
Banks.
I've been saying his name all weekend long, and I forget it now. Aaron Banks. Yeah, Aaron Banks, who I thought was a plug-and-play starter. When I saw his film from Notre Dame, I was thinking another Upati-type player. Throw him right in there. He's just good right away. And he's been going through some growing pains in camp. So for me to see him struggle in game 1 of the preseason wasn't a huge surprise, because I've been reading and following what he's been doing in practice. And, if you don't practice good, you're not going to play good. So a lot of people don't give practice credit for whatever reason there is. But for me, when I played football, the ones who practiced well and did really well on the practice field did really well in the games too. Once a blue moon, you get somebody who's a slacker in practice and he's really good in the games. But my point is, Jalen Moore and Banks both got steamrolled simultaneously within we're talking like a blink of an eye. Boom, Trey Lance gets the ball. It's a sack. Like Tom Brady or whatever Hall of Fame quarterback gets the ball in those type of situations, and he's going down too. It's like, and a lot of us are under the assumption that he was told not to run around and scramble and do those crazy things too. I'm not sure if you guys were hearing about that as well with Trey Lance.
Yeah, I do believe they told him, hey, we want you to stay in the pocket. We don't want you to break out of the pocket and scramble, because we don't want to show our cards too early. That's something that he's going to be doing in the regular season. But when we're talking about the rest of Trey Lance's performance, I thought he was pretty good. I thought he was all right, but we did him no favors. Like Ryan mentioned, we had the drops. You're mentioning the pressure that Trey Lance was under. And the first sack, Daniel Brunskill just got bulldozed, right? He was going up against a good player. Chris Jones is a phenomenal player, one of the top D tackles in the NFL. And I was having flashbacks of the Super Bowl, because Chris Jones was killing us in the Super Bowl from the right guard position, right? Mike Person couldn't block him one-on-one. And that's exactly what happened on that first sack. Okay. And this guy got sacked 4 times. The other 3 sacks, like you mentioned, instant pressure. Banks is getting beat. Jalen Moore's getting beat, and the drops, not to mention. But when we're talking about the good plays, one of my favorite plays was when that punter punted it down to the 1 yard line, right? And Trey took over at the 1, and they go play action corner to Charlie Warner.
Warner made a nice play on that one too.
Yeah.
Yes, he
And
did.
that was a gutsy play call, because usually when you're at the 1, you want to do like a halfback dive or a fullback dive, just something to get you a few. No. Play action, and Trey Lance diagnosed the coverage perfectly, made a great throw, and that play really got me excited.
Oh yeah, and that was the first time we really seen Charlie Warner get a nice catch. I mean, I don't recall us throwing to him in the regular season last year. I know he was on the team, and they drafted him mainly for blocking purposes. I get it, but they were trying to say that they wanted to work on his receiving skills as well. Big, strong, powerful tight end, known for his blocking coming out of college. But that play was really nice. A lot of people don't talk about that. But I'll say this: maybe 1 or 2 throws here and there. Trey Lance maybe overthrew it here and there. Would you guys? That's fair to say.
Yes.
He put too much zip on it. And you want to say something, Ryan? I know that you want to add something to it.
Oh, I was just saying how not only risky it is for him to throw the ball there, but to do a pass play in the end zone where one holding penalty can get you a safety. I mean, there is some cojones in that call, but I liked it
it's
because
pick six area. It's pick six area too. Yeah, that's what those
nobody expected it. You know what I mean? The defense wasn't running upfield because they were expecting them to run like every other team does, which, same reason like that first play that Trey did. Every other rookie quarterback that day, except for Trevor Lawrence, had handed the ball off first. The coach always has them hand the ball off first, get rid of all them jitters, just do something easy. But Trey Lance and Trevor Lawrence, they were told to throw the ball, and I really appreciated it.
Oh yeah, I was trying to let me say shout out to a couple of people in the chat really quick. And CG's got a couple of questions for me. I tried to answer him.
Ooh, what up, CG?
CG Ruthless Sports says, "What's up, y'all? We got subscribe to CG Ruthless channel if you guys not sub to him yet. And if you see his intro video, I'm the one who made that. We got Waruna Pereira. He said we need these tapes to trade land." Waruna's killing me, man.
Oh gosh.
I can't. He said, "Do we pay Chris?" He said, "We need these tapes to trade Trey Lance before his value goes down. Otherwise, he will sit. I can't even read this with a straight face. Otherwise, he will sit 4 years behind Jimmy." You broke me. You broke me there.
He's not going to sit. He's not going to sit for 4 years unless we're going to pay him $25 million a year. Okay, just let's get that straight. We have to pay him $25 million first a year before we sit him for 4 years. Okay.
You guys are killing me, man. You guys are killing me. We got the homie J Mouse, good supporter of the channel. So what's up, my JD friend Bashar? Me and him go back from the Hawk Hater TV days early this year, calling on that show a lot. Yeah, good supporter of that channel.
That was the first time I heard you, Bashar.
Oh, okay. I'd actually I had been on Rombo a lot over the years. I wasn't a consistent caller on Rombo, not every day, every week, but every now and then I have my stretches where I call every other show or so. So a lot of people know me from Rombo. I had my own channel way before, back in 2010, called Bashar Cali 49, and a lot of people forgot about that because it's so far back. But I also had that channel too. What's up, 49er dude? 49er dude, hip hop artist extraordinaire, says, "What's up, Bashar? Love the show. Gold Blooded. Check out his YouTube channel. He's got a song on there that I like a lot. Actually, a couple songs. One song's called Gold Blooded, and there's another one that I always talk about, and I don't know why I forget. I don't know why I forget things. I usually don't forget these things. When it comes to mine, I'll definitely tell you the name of the song, though, without a doubt. And he's got another song in the works too. Let's see. Oh, what does he say about JD? He says, "I hope JD is doing well. I don't know why he's not streaming." Good question. I was hanging out with his boy at the tailgate over at Levi's. So I really took a quick. I'll talk about the tailgate. The tailgate, really quick. I advertised it on the show. It was called 408 Swag, and who was at the tailgate was RBL Posse. Your old school East, Bay Area rap aficionados would know who they are. RBL Posse, Don't Give Me No Bammer Weed. Performed at the tailgate I went to. It wasn't on the flyer that I was advertising on my previous show, but they were there and they performed, so it was pretty nice. We had a ton of fun. Fellow YouTuber 49er Tone, good friend of mine from the Candlestick days, was there. Another YouTuber / Candlestick buddy of mine, Big Thizzle 75, was there. A new YouTuber, Niner Gang Podcast, Dion, was there. So it was like a nice little Silverado Kev from Real Talk Niner Talk. Shout out to him. I tried to get him on
Silverado
today.
Kev's cool.
He's a little, if you go on my 49er Minded Instagram page, you'll see all the pictures and all the videos of all that stuff. I put some pictures and videos of all that stuff going on there. So we had, honestly, this tailgate felt like a regular season tailgate. I was trying to get somebody to join us there. I'm not going to say his name, Barry, a baller. Dude, it was so lit. I don't know if it was because of Trey Lansing. I don't know if it was because nobody's been at Levi's in over a year or so, but we had so much fun, man. It's like the music, the food, just the whole atmosphere. It just felt, when you walk around and looked at everything, you literally thought you were at a regular season game. It didn't feel like you were at a preseason tailgate. I know I'm switching gears on from the game talk, but I wanted to mention this because I was supposed to mention this in the beginning, but that tailgate was really, really good. And if I go to any other games, probably the Colts game, I'll let you guys know about it. And let me say what's up to a couple other people in the chat. We got Lawrence Jackson Jr. Hey, how's it going, man? This guy's another YouTuber. Check him out. Subscribe to his channel. Talks a lot of 49ers on his page, without a doubt.
Are we gonna talk about Aaron Donald taking on 5 guys at the
oh man, that fight video?
And that walrus throwing the soda at him?
We got Corey Davis, big supporter of the channel. Hello, 49er Minded. Good to have you on as always. This guy has always been supporting my channel, not just my channel. He supports a lot of YouTubers out there. Really, really good dude. Huge diehard 49er fan. And so anything. So wait, we didn't talk about Jimmy though, huh? We're just talking about Trey. If you guys have any other final thoughts about Trey, we can move on to Jimmy. If you want to do that.
Let's move on.
Jimmy, when we're talking Jimmy, I mean, what? He had some gimme throws. They set him up with a play action. The first throw to Debo, was a gimme. I mean, he didn't do anything impressive.
I think his deepest pass attempt was 3 yards.
Hey, when you get paid that kind of money, that $25 million, they're going to protect you. I mean, he was doing the little stuff where he was getting rid of the ball quick, throwing out to the receivers, and then they would get their their little yak yards after the catch, or some people say rack. I like to say rack. I think John Madden used to always say rack. They get their little rack yardage or the yak yards. You got Debo getting that type of yardage, and you got Ayuk. And they did those little jet sweeps. So,
so why wasn't, not to cut you off, but why wasn't that the game plan with Trey Lance? Why weren't they getting him? The 2 quick throws that Trey Lance made, they actually went behind the line of scrimmage, so they didn't count as passes. They were rush attempts. But to Jawan Jennings, right? I think there was 2 to Jawan Jennings, little quick ones, and he ran for first downs on both of them. It's like they were both very successful. I don't know why you wouldn't go back to it. And he's dialing up all these intermediate pass plays, keeping Trey Lance in the pocket, and the backups were not doing well to protect Trey Lance.
I'm gonna try to say this thing with a straight face, guys. I'm gonna think of the movie Dick Tracy when I say this name. So Dick Nasty, a supportive viewer of this show, gotta be very serious right now when I say his name. Bashar's our Super Bowl trophy. I'm not anybody's Super Bowl trophy. I'm just a regular guy. Trying to do my thing on YouTube and just trying to have fun on here, but I appreciate the compliment.
Shouldn't that be Richard Nasty?
We're gonna call you Richard Nasty from now on. It's a kid's show.
I was almost a Dick Jr. though.
Okay.
No lie. My dad is. And
speaking of dicks, we have another guest coming on the show. Just kidding. We got CJ Ruthless come on. What's up, CJ Ruthless?
What up, CJ?
Well, it keeps getting better, man. It keeps getting better. Like Wednesday, you're going to see Mike Rump, and then you're going to see Jamie Winborn the following week.
My! This guy's already plugging his channel. I was about to say go subscribe to him. He's like, oh yeah, I got Mike Rump coming on. I got Jamie Winborn coming on. Who else you got coming on there, buddy? Let's hear it. Just kidding.
Maybe I might get Colin Kaepernick. Let's just hope for America.
You might get CK7. Hey man, you know what? We're all trying to make you're just inspiring everybody to do better on their channel because you're doing good. You got over 2,000 subscribers, and I'm just a beginner in this, so it's all good.
Yeah, it just takes a few. All it takes is a couple good videos that hit off, and then you start getting more of those subs in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me see what's up to this guy.
If you check out the one with the Simba Webster, almost got me 2,000 views.
I'll get into that. Just a second. Hang on. Let me read what this dude's saying because I want to put him on.
Him and Hufunga are my new 2 favorites.
Just want to say what's up to this guy, Swan Song. He said, I noticed that those passes were going to be runs. I think he's referring to Jimmy G plays.
No, I think he was talking about
the Juwan Jennings catch and runs.
Okay. Really quick, I like what I saw from Juwan Jennings. All that mix that I heard
Swan Song?
What's up, Swan Song? Oh, yeah. What I heard in OTAs was Juwan Jennings got in a lot better shape. He looked like a whole different player in OTAs and mini camps, and we're seeing it. He looks like he didn't really play last year, but we saw what he did in college, and he didn't look fast at all in college. But he looks like he's got some some burst to him.
You want a guy who plays the big slot? I think that's the perfect big slot. And man, he was
Jaquan James is physical after the catch.
Yeah.
You can give it to him a yard short, and he's going to get it.
I mean, Trent Sherfield looks like the kind of guy that would make the big plays, but I want somebody more consistent. But Jaquan Jennings he's physical after the catch. I mean, I like him. I mean, sure, he got lesser yards than what Trent Sherfield got, but if you look at after the catch ability, this guy is a deadly weapon in the red zone.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
I'm still on the Jennings train.
I'll be honest. I've been back at Jalen Hurd for a long time, but reality's hit me. It doesn't look like he's holding on to his last string here. So for me to see a guy like Jennings step in and do what he's doing, it makes me feel better that we might not have Jalen Hurd around, because I want that big physical receiver, but I want a big physical receiver who's got a burst to him, who's got some explosion, and I do see that in Juwan Jennings, that is. So hopefully he pans out for it. And Sherfield's been turning up all throughout camp.
He's a guy that makes the big plays. But when it comes down to it, you need a guy who can catch the short passes and break yardage after the catch. That's something that Jaquan Jennings can do. And he's a good blocker too.
The possession receiver type role. There was Grant Cohen himself, who some people get mad when I say his name. I don't know why, but he said throughout camp, I'm not a big Mohamed Sanu fan, I'll be honest, not because I don't like the guy, it's just because I just think he's past his prime, he's older. But I heard throughout camp he looks like a sure-handed, solid third down possession receiver type target, and hey, we could use all the help we can get. So
plus a vet in the room, you know what I mean? Brandon Ayuk and Debo both were kind of sad when he got cut last year. So, you know what I mean? To have him back there this year, and that somebody they can confide in and, ask questions from. Yeah, it is kind of sad to see Jalen Hurd replaced by Juwan Jennings for the second time in his career.
Oh, you're talking about this back in college?
Because in Tennessee. Yeah, because in Tennessee, didn't he want to play like receiver before switching out of running back?
He was a running back, and he told the coach to switch it because they kept going at his knees.
And they were like, "No, we got Juwan," so he moved to Baylor.
Yeah,
that's the tough part, man. Like Jalen would think for a second, "Hey, I don't have to put up with Jennings anytime soon." But then after that, he's like, "Oh man, they just drafted this guy. Damn it."
Yeah.
What I will say
is it's deja vu. Oh, I'm gone. I'm replaced.
Simba Webster, in my opinion, has taken the role as returner and that 6 wide receiver spot. Richie James, do you want to make this team? Because the way you played on Saturday tells me no. You don't want to make this team. His return game, it's so lackluster. Like, get upfield, make a strong cut, and go get some yards. He's so tentative, just like dancing around, doing. No, Simba Webster, that guy showed me something on Saturday as a returner.
Oh, gadget plays, bro. Gadget plays.
Absolutely, he's got great acceleration and he's shifty.
I'm gonna keep saying this because you said Simba. Every time Simba Webster's names comes up, I'm gonna keep saying this until people get sick of me. All right? But I knew about him.
Almost 2K views of his video.
I knew about it. I knew about him when he was in high school because one of my best friends is the older cousin of Simba Webster. So he would always tell me about this guy and how good he was doing in high school. That he went to Eastern Washington, did well there, and then I remember when he was on the Rams. My friend went there to the game versus the 49ers. And my friend and all his relatives are all Niner fans pretty much, but that day, they were rooting for Simba too, though, because even though he was a Ram. So when Simba would return the punts, they'd always like cheer him on. So when we picked him up, it was like, oh, cool, he's a Niner now. And he actually grew up a 49er fan too, so he looks just as explosive as he did with the Rams and he did in college. So I'm really happy that he looks like he wants to fight for yards and he's running angry and he looks like he wants to make that big play, and then we need that burner, big play type shiftier type receiver because we got a lot of big guys there. It's nice to have a smaller, faster guy too.
Yeah, that's a good thing about him. He's very explosive, and he does a lot quicker than what Richie can't do. That's the one thing I don't. I mean, Richie did make his first year as a rookie as a solid returner, and then he was never it after that. He was just never quite the guy. But then, you know what's interesting? We signed somebody that I used to play against high school, Michael Kendricks. Man, this guy, I would play him every damn year in high school, and he would whip us. That's how embarrassing, bro. Like. The worst game we ever played against Michael Kendricks, 51-0.
Oh my gosh.
That dude, he was a running back and a linebacker, bro. He played both sides. This guy's a beast.
Did you ever try to tackle him?
Yeah, he dislocated my damn shoulder when I made a play out of him, dude. I still tackle him, but I still feel the aches, bro. I still feel the aches.
Oh man, that's funny.
No, he hurts, bro. He hurts. The guy's a beast, bro.
Any idea who was he a Niner fan? Do you know or?
I don't think he was quite much of a football fan from what I heard. Like he was like I think he was between a Bay Area team, but I wasn't quite sure.
Who did he play for? What school? High school?
He went to Hoover High School, which my high school plays like every year. McLean High School plays Hoover High every year, so it's like a thing. But we haven't beat Hoover for quite some time. But we were like a sorry team. No offense to the team I played for, but you can't tell me that we didn't have a chance against Hoover when they had one of their – dude, they had some good running backs, but Kendricks was one of those guys who played running back, and he was quick, bro. He was hard to tackle. If you tackle him, you're going to feel a little pain after that shit, bro. He's a workout machine, bro. Like,
well, hopefully he makes some tackles for us.
In high school, dude, he squatted 500 pounds as a sophomore from what I heard.
Man, that's crazy.
Nah, he's a beast, bro. And that dislocated shoulder still doesn't feel the same, dude. I still feel the aches from that guy. Thanks a lot, Kendricks.
he better pan out for us. Then he's got to make it up to you, right? As a 49er fan,
yeah,
right, CG.
He better send me an apology letter, and I'm just playing.
I wanted to. I know you brought up Kendricks because he plays defense, but I do kind of want to bring up more with the offense because so we saw Debo, Ayuk. I don't know. I love the guy. He caught everything pretty much last year. But it was just like a letdown because Trey Lance drops back. The crowd just pauses like, if you were there with me and you weren't next to me, but you were in Levi's. There wasn't that energy there when Lance dropped back. That we were like waiting for something big. All of a sudden throws it to Ayuk and drop right to him. That was like such a letdown. Good thing it was only preseason though.
But you could tell that Ayuk was really frustrated with himself afterwards. Like he was like, "That's all me to Trey," and that guy's going to go back and work harder. You know what I mean? He might be catching extra balls with him after practice because he's that type.
I think Wilruna's trying to be the next America's next great comedian or something. I don't know what his intention is with this comment, but
God.
What about Gavin, bro? He's funny.
Oh, Gavin's hilarious. I call him Niner McGregor because he kind of not necessarily looks up, but he has that Conor McGregor energy, and he talks like him too. He's always pumped up. He's always fired up.
First thing, what about the Welsh accent is way different from the Irish accent.
I know, but it's that strong, in that region, that strong
I gotcha.
accent. Yeah, So what about the running backs, guys? Any take from the run game and the running backs from any of you guys?
I thought we blocked poorly. I don't think we blocked well in the run game. There wasn't a lot to work with. I thought Trey Sermon was running hard. Gallman was kind of tiptoeing. I didn't see much from Gallman, but when you're talking about the running game, the star of the show was JaMychal Hasty. JaMychal Hasty came in and he looked dynamic out there. And coming into the game, I thought, he's a practice squad guy, but the way he played, he's putting himself in contention to make this roster.
You can't put him on the practice squad now.
Because Seattle might take him.
The Rams might take him. Anybody. Who wouldn't want their third running back to be Hasty?
They need one to complement.
And a lot of people were having Hasty as the forgotten guy too. I liked Hasty a lot last year. Some people were telling me that he was overrated or whatever, but I liked what I saw in him last year. And a lot of people think we drafted Elijah Mitchell. He's a shiftier, speedy guy, but we didn't get to see him We did see Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon showed me he's got a little bit of power. I saw some power. I just didn't see the big play explosion that he had in college. Now maybe the blocking wasn't there, but I hope to see more from Trey Sermon. Something better, something more flattering. In these upcoming
also,
games.
our offensive line was running a lot of power. You know what I mean? And that's not their bread and butter. They've been doing zone read for the past, 4 years.
Probably it's the vanilla preseason type of schemes that we're probably doing. That's why everything's different in the preseason when it comes to play calling, especially with Shanahan. But
you got no trap play, you got no nothing, and nothing special. Just block the man in front of you and try and make a hole.
And you mentioned Gavin earlier, the guy from Wales. He's a big Joshua Hockett guy, the fullback, because our Kyle Juszczyk didn't play, but Hockett played. Do you guys have any takes on Hockett and how he did?
Oh, I got inside takes because I went to the same college as this guy. So
you did? Okay, what was this?
He was a wrestler. He did wrestling also in high school. He did football. So he was originally a running back from Fresno State, and I got a chance to watch him up close at a game against Colorado State. He had a breakout performance with a touchdown play, but this guy was more like a goal line type of running back. So he wasn't your kind of like breakaway speed guy. He was going to be like they say he was going to be like another Juszczyk type fullback, the way he was built. Like he can catch the ball too. And he was a top national wrestler. He was a top national wrestler. The moment I heard about him getting signed by the Niners, bro, I was jumping like excitement. Like, ooh, we got my boy, Josh.
Yeah, we've held on to him for quite some time, by the way. I think, didn't we have him before last year as well? Or we just brought him in last year? But we never got to see him.
I think last year was his first year. He spent the season on the practice squad. But you know what? I thought he played really well on Saturday. He caught a ball. I think that was from Jimmy. Caught a ball from Jimmy. And he also had a couple of key blocks on that Simba Webster end around. You can see Hockett get out in front and really make a nice block.
He creamed somebody. He creamed him. I was thinking at the end of the game when they were trying to pass and they were leaving the running back in and then let him escape, and they were breaking out inside instead of chipping the end. I was thinking, why don't you have Hockett in there? Like that kid can help tackle. You know what I mean? Like now that I know that he's got wrestling background, he should be able to block a lot of people. You know what I mean?
And he can pile drive some guys too while he's blocking them or body
slam. Dude, he got low and creamed that guy.
Yeah, that was on the Simba jet sweep, right?
Maybe they converted the linebacker.
Yeah, on the jet sweep. Yeah. What was that? Was that CG?
Maybe they should convert him to linebacker since he has wrestling background and he's willing to do whatever it takes to make the roster. Sometimes wherever
the coaches need him, Hey, I was gonna say one thing that stood out to me in the game, and I was a bit worried about. Still not the regular season, but I was definitely a big concern for me was the secondary, the defensive backs. But we saw some good from Diamador Lenore. I don't think Ambry Thomas looked too shabby either. Talanoa Hufanga, and anything you guys want to shed in terms of the secondary?
I love Hufanga. He's like my dude. I've been wanting him to do good since he got drafted, but he's really shown that he knows how to make plays, just as long as he can get himself in the right position. Like that Sammy Watkins, or no, it wasn't Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill hit. He was a little early, but I think that if he would have caught the ball, I don't think he would have been able to catch him. So he just hit him, early. Like, I'm going to get you. You could take the penalty, but you're not getting the touchdown.
I know there was a play where Ambry Thomas got beat on a slant. All right.
Yes.
And Hufanga came in and closed that gap and popped the receiver for an incomplete pass. So if he was back in center field. So if he doesn't make that play, this wide receiver would have caught that slant and he's off to the races. But Hufanga saw it from center field, came down, laid the lumber, and next thing you know, the Chiefs got to punt the ball.
Yeah,
he saved 2 first downs, I believe.
You see him coming out of nowhere, exploding in to make the tackle too.
But he's got.
Go ahead, CG. What were we saying, CG?
But like his instincts. Well, his instincts. but his instincts are like unbelievably good, bro. Like he can read the part of the offense and read plays, and he tackles. So the only problem with him was his durability, or else he would have been a second round pick or maybe late first round. The way his talent is, dude. Like even though his speed, even though 40 time is a little bit overrated, it's still he makes up for it. It's like you got to have the instincts and tangibles, and that's what he has. He studies the playbook a lot, so this is a
I
skill.
remember we drafted Hufanga, and a buddy of mine kept telling me about him and say, "Hey, man, we should get this safety from USC. He can hit." And I was like, "Okay, I'll keep my eye out on him." And lo and behold, we drafted him. I was like, "Okay, cool." Then I found out he was mentored by Troy Polamalu, and he kind of sort of looks like him. And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then in training camp, what do you hear? He's the first person on the field, last person to leave the field. Then I was hearing in training camp that he was getting beat in one-on-one drills. He's not a cornerback, but they said in 11-on-11s, he was always around the ball, always instinctual, always making plays. And we saw it. We saw it in that first preseason game. Hopefully, it carries on to the regular season and we got ourselves a gem. One USC fan I ran into on here, one of the other streams, he's a Atlanta Falcons fan, actually a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but he's also a USC fan. He told me he thinks we got a first round talent in round 5. Really quick, I want to say what's up to a couple people here. The 49er dude I said what's up to earlier, but he said, y'all know them sea chickens will snatch Hasty in a heartbeat. They probably will, dude. They probably would. I'd take them. I'd definitely take Hasty if I was the Seahawks. And the song about that 49er
or
dude,
the Rams.
Yeah, and the rap song that 49er dude has on his channel that I really like, that I'm a big fan of, that I don't know why I forgot earlier, but it's called 49er Fresh. Love that song. Awesome 49er hype song. And he's got the Gold Blooded song, and he might have a 49er Minded song coming out too. I don't know. We might see something. And we got Joey Mahoney. He said Bay Area Baller was good. He was at the tailgate with me. He was at the tailgate. Awesome tailgate. That tailgate was off the chain. What's up? What's up, CJ?
Tell him to hook me up at an end of the.
You gotta talk to him. You gotta talk to him. Gotta talk to him. He said, "I wish I could." Joey says, "I wish I could have met Bay Area Baller on Saturday, maybe at the Raiders game." I know. I wish I could have met Bay Area Baller too at the tailgate. I don't know why he didn't show up.
I was on the other side of the stadium. That's on me. I was like, "Oh man, you know what? Let me just get in here."
Joey says, "Yo, Bash, what's good?"
That's on me. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, we are gonna try to make it out to the Colts game. That's because my boy from Texas, David Royce, LA guy but lives in Texas. Huge Niner fan. One of my first guests, actually my first guest, is gonna be there. The Real Talk Niner Talk crew. So I mentioned Kevin Silverado. Silverado Kev was at the past tailgate. He's also going to be up this upcoming tailgate when we play the Colts. So the whole crew from Real Talk Niner Talk on YouTube is going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sorry, I just.
Are you going to the Cardinals game? Because I might go down there.
I don't know. I don't know if I have that in the works, but if things change, I'll let you know. But anything else you guys want to touch on in regards to the secondary of Talanoa Hufanga? Since we were just talking.
Yeah, I thought Diamador Lenore looked good, and I know when we drafted him,
against the Cardinals.
I subscribe to PFF. I know a lot of people don't like PFF and whatnot, but the thing that PFF loved about Diamador Lenore is this guy can tackle. Okay, he will stick his nose in there for a quarterback, and he's not afraid to pop somebody. And so when I take that with the coverage skills that I saw on Saturday, I thought he played pretty well in man coverage. We know he got the interception. The wide receiver actually had a step on him and the throw was behind him, but Lenore was still right there. So when that ball popped up, he had the awareness to snag it and make the pick. So I thought Diamador Lenore also stood out as a positive.
Yeah, Demo, and that receiver could have easily caught it, but Demo was aware enough to be ready for the ball when it came to him, and he caught it. He didn't drop it. It would have been nice if some of those receivers caught passes earlier that we mentioned when Trey was throwing to him. But at least we have a DB catching something for us, which is good. What do you think, CG, about DBs? About Demo or any of the other DBs?
Yeah. The Amador Lenore, there's an interesting fact about him. He was actually he was working out with Richard Sherman in the past, and they're very close friends outside of the business because I guess Sherman mentored him a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what I heard.
I think his brother grew up as a 49er fan too, and his brother RIP.
And he got killed.
I think he got shot. Yeah, so he's kind of dedicating his whole football career to as a 49er to his brother, which is awesome. Love that about that. And Ambry Thomas played, which was good to see him. And none of our guys really got burnt. That was what I like to see from the DBs. And despite the fact that we didn't have this major pass rush during the game, yeah, we got a couple sacks here and there, but we didn't have a major pass rush. What I did like from the front seven, and I wish we would have seen more from him, but I noticed they probably kept him because they want to keep him healthy, and they only played him in the first half. A guy that Joey Mahoney in the chat put me on to way before he was drafted by the Raiders was Arden Key from LSU, who used to be on the Raiders, and he had a few nice plays here and there. And I don't know if you guys want to touch on him or touch on anybody in the D line.
Absolutely,
that,
absolutely. I like Arden Key. I'm also high on Arden Key. I liked him coming out of LSU, and when we signed him, I was like, oh, this could be a good pass rusher. I don't know how he had 0 sacks last year. I actually did a film evaluation on it. You can find it on my YouTube, Bay Area Baller 18, where I analyzed his first 3 games of last year and how he did rushing the passer. He had so many near sacks. Like he didn't tack a sack, but he was right around the QBs quite often. And what I saw Saturday, he was just a few inches from a sack fumble on the quarterback. The quarterback was winding up and Key was bending the edge and he reached out and he almost had that ball. So I liked what I saw. He also had a couple tackles. And then the other guy that I wanted to touch on that I was impressed with was Kevin Gibbons. And I didn't see it when I was at the game, but when I rewatched it when I got home, Gibbons almost had a couple sacks and a tackle for loss where he shot a gap and he forced the running back to evade him in the backfield. And so I also liked what Kevin Gibbons did on Saturday.
I feel that the second string was a little lackluster, but that's only because they didn't have any defensive ends other than Key. So you had tackles rotating in and out of defensive end position. And I think that kind of made it so the pressure wasn't as much as it could have been without some fast guys in there with their edge rushing moves. So, but all in all, I think they did a solid job. I was glad that they got all those guys in there and rotated them out. We're deep, and all that did was give our guys a leg up for the season.
We didn't see Samson Ebukam, who I was excited to see. I heard he's having a great camp as far as the edge rusher go. We obviously are not going to see D Ford in the preseason. We're probably not going to see Bosa. So, we're not going to see much of an explosive pass rush in the preseason unless guys like Yarbrough or a few other dudes step up. This guy in the chat, he said, Channel 49. I don't know who this guy is. We'll see what's up to him. Channel 49. I guess he's a YouTube podcaster. I guess we got to subscribe to him. If that's the case, it sounds like it. Said, did y'all think Avery Thomas had a good game? What'd you guys think?
He did okay.
I thought he did okay too.
He did all right.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the DB position, yeah, as far as cornerback depth, that's the only concern I see as far as our depth wise. Like safety's solid. I like what we got so far, but adding linebacker was a little bit of a concern because after Warner and Greenlaw, and then you have Ashair as the other good option. The rest of them are okay, but if you add Kendricks, he does everything. He plays all over the linebacker spot. He can play outside. He can play inside. You can even put him in a blitz package, and he'll disrupt plays. He's fast. He's really good.
Now, I like the addition of Kendricks, but a guy, if we're talking linebacker, a guy that played well, I thought was Jonas Griffith. I noticed a play where we had him lined up in the double A gap, right, like right over the center, and the Chiefs ran a pass play, and Griffith was able to drop into zone coverage, spot the Chief that was in a curl, and break up the pass. So when he did that, I was like, okay, this guy can drop into coverage. He has good awareness. He made a couple other plays. I remember just saying, okay, this guy Griffiths is catching my eye.
He caught my eye too, and it didn't hurt that he was wearing number 53. So whenever he made a good play, in the back of my head, I kept thinking, Navarro Bowman.
Yeah.
I was definitely keeping my eye on him. And I don't recall seeing Elijah Sullivan. I know I heard a little buzz about him from Larry Krueger early in the offseason. He thought he'd be a nice steal as an undrafted free agent, but I haven't heard much about him in camp. And another guy who supposedly was a steal as far as an undrafted free agent was Justin Hilliard. I think I saw him make a couple plays here and there. He looked all right. He's coming out of Ohio State. That's another undrafted free agent linebacker. But Jonah Griffin, That guy did have a good game without a doubt. I noticed that with him. We got Kendricks coming in. It's gonna be interesting to see what Kendricks can do for us.
I think the thing that kind of gives. Yeah, I think what makes it interesting for Jonas Griffin is he can easily just make the roster as a special teamers. If I'm just like he can be in for depth wise, but I don't know. Like if Kendricks is exactly what he's supposed to be, like he is versatile. He can play anywhere around the side of the position. But from what I'm hearing, he's not even guaranteed a roster spot right away.
Yeah, so certain people aren't guaranteed spots. Really quick, I want to see what's up to Niner Sickness. Niner Sickness, how's it going? I'm subscribed to his channel. If you're not subscribed to him, big guy on YouTube, and check him out. Go ahead, CG.
Where's my mod?
I gave you a wrench. I thought I gave you a wrench. Check it out.
No, I don't got one. I didn't get one.
Let me double check. Hang on. It says I gave you a wrench, bro.
Oh, okay, but I must have not seen it.
And
Maybe
Barry Baller has. Hey, Barry Baller, what shirt are you wearing? If you don't mind showing us.
Oh, I got on the use check.
Oh, it's got the juice.
That's right.
The juice. Okay, I like it how it has that vintage look to it, that like 80s t-shirt look. When I was growing up as a kid, that's what the t-shirt looks like.
That's the brand. Level 500. I don't know. I found them.
Okay.
They somehow got advertised on whatever it was, Twitter or Facebook, wherever I saw it. You know how they know what material you like, and I was like, ooh, that looks good. So they got a lot of players from various teams. So I got like 5 or 6 shirts now from them.
Oh wow! What's it called again? Level Up, you said?
Level 500.
Level 500. Level 500.
Or it might be 500 level. Something. One of those.
Oh, 500 level. Oh, okay. And what are you drinking? A Modelo? You got a Modelo Especial?
That's right.
Have you tried?
Yeah, last time I had a Bay Area Baller as my guest, and he was drinking a Modelo glass. Or was it a regular Modelo?
You know what? It's a regular Modelo. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, there you go. That's the one you got. Yeah.
Have you tried that Pacifico yet, Baller?
No, I forgot. I gotta go Pacifico.
Pacifico
Corona's
with the lime.
No, Corona's better.
Oh no.
So, what you guys
I
think
drank
about
too many Coronas in one night, and it took a whole box of cheese nips to get the taste out of my mouth.
Well, let's move on to another player we haven't discussed yet. I was hoping to see Nate Sudfeld in this preseason game. Instead, we got a big, heavy dose of Josh Rosen. So, what was you guys' take on Josh Rosen's performance on this past Saturday?
I thought he did good. I thought aside from that interception, I thought he really managed the game well. The only thing I'm scared about is if he decides, this is my last shot, and the next time I get on the field, I got to throw all these bombs to make myself look good, and then he just racks up interceptions. But I think he did a good job during the game. It looked better than a lot of his other performances before. So, optimistic.
With him, I see a strong-arm quarterback. Not mobile, but every now and then he knows how to get away from a certain defender. I noticed that he's got a little wiggle about him in that regard.
The way he evaded that sack and then found the receiver to complete that ball, I was like, okay, Josh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That definitely impressed me. Come on. He'll make you good throws, but he has got that carelessness about him, too, where the interceptions will come. You can definitely see it. And Waruna is just going wild in the chat, guys. I mean, I got to say what's up to Waruna again. He said Nate Sudfeld is quarterback number 1 for sure. For sure.
Hey, but in all perspective about Josh Rosen, he did look poised. I mean, he did okay. I mean, he did make some good plays, invade the pressure a little bit. He did throw some good passes there. But as far as that, I got to see what Nate Sudfeld can do also, because maybe this is a guy that knows the system also. He's played with Scangarilla in Philadelphia, so he knows the system. So here's my take on why we brought in some certain players. Like Michael Kendricks is familiar with the system because he played with D'Amico Ryans with the Eagles, and he knows them pretty well. And the system in Seattle is very similar. So of course he might even just have a simple transition to make the team.
Baller.
Dead silence, guys. That was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Somebody break the dead silence.
Did anybody see Tim Tebow and his blocking attempts this weekend?
I did not. How'd that go?
How do you think it went?
Oh, it went bad. Wow.
Welcome to the NFL, son.
I want to check those. I have, I was out of town. I was out of town to go to the Niners game, so I didn't have much time to sit there and watch and highlights and recaps of other games. I didn't have really any time to do that. Did a lot of family stuff this weekend after the game. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see what those other guys from other teams did. I saw a little bit of Justin Fields. I want to see what he could do. What I was going to say was about tight ends converting. We do have a converter on our squad, Jordan Matthews. We do. He caught a nice pass from Rosen, right?
Yeah.
They said when I was looking at him too, I could tell he's bigger, but he still doesn't really look like a tight end just yet. He's about 236 pounds. He's about 6'4", 236. He's like a smaller tight end, but as long as sometimes it's not about the size, it's about the heart. But I didn't see too much from him blocking. I'm gonna be curious to see if this guy can run block or not, or can block at all. So he can definitely catch. He's a receiver, so converted receiver. So I'm not worried about him in the pass game.
Yeah, I think he's kind of in the tight end room, but he'll probably split out a little bit. It makes more sense to split him out and give him space and let him muscle somebody. You know what I mean? Instead of him having to block DNs,
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what's going to happen with Jordan Matthews. He's going to go on the practice squad because when he was a receiver, nobody wanted him, right? So now he's a tight end. Nobody's clamoring for him except for Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan's got a big love affair with Jordan Matthews, is what it appears like. But keep him on the practice squad. If somehow you get nipped by the injury bug, I think he showed Saturday that he is capable. He had that nice catch and run for the first down, and he does look like he's beefed up. So I think he's a player, you keep on the practice squad.
He gained that weight the right way, too.
Okay.
I
think that Matt.
Go ahead, CG.
I think the thing with Jordan Matthews is like Shanahan still likes Matthews' skill set. You can use him in the red zone just like we did with Jordan Reed. But what's your guys' thoughts with Charlie Warner, man? He kind of improved a little bit better than last year, and he was able to make some good blocks. If you watch the series of it, where he made some good blocks on the running play, and then he made a pretty good catch with Trey Lance. I mean, I don't know. Like, this guy looked like he was on his way out of the roster, and then now he's making a push for that roster spot.
Yeah, we definitely.
I think the tight end university helped him.
Tight end university.
Well,
yeah, man, tight end U.
He got exposed to a lot of people who were top in the game, and it always seemed to me like Charlie Warner wanted to play football. He wasn't one of them guys who like, yeah, I got here, now I've made it. He was like, he knew where he needed to excel. Kyle Shanahan said, there's no sense in having a guy just on the team because he can block. He needs to catch too. So he was given a year, and he did the most with it.
The one play with Warner that I didn't like was that pass interference where they tried to do like the rub route, right? It was man coverage, and Charlie Warner basically tried to pick Brandon Ayuk's defender. And he made it way too blatant. Like, you have to be subtle with it. Like, you have to act like you want to get the ball or at least look at the quarterback. No, he just ran over this DB, and it was a clear offensive pass interference. So that's something you want to see him clean up. But I thought he looked good. And when we drafted him, I wanted to watch some film on him. And really, at Georgia, he did not catch many balls. I don't think Georgia schematically threw the ball to the tight end, so he didn't get many opportunities at Georgia. So I went back and I watched some of his high school tape, right? And, man, Charlie Warner, he was a monster in high school. This guy played running back, receiver, and granted, it is high school, but it was taken every time it's 2-3 guys are trying to – because he's a big guy. 2-3 kids are trying to drag this guy down. It was pretty funny to watch. But he also showed some potential.
You gotta put that on your Twitter so I can check it out, or send me a link. So the 49ers are doing. We pretty much covered everything from the Chiefs games. If I left something out in terms of the Chiefs game, and you guys want to touch on it really quick, go ahead. Let me know.
The last guy who I thought really played well, who I haven't heard anybody talk about, and then Kyle Shanahan mentioned today in the press conference that he's nicked up, but that was Sean Coleman. Sean Coleman came in the game and played tackle. This guy was huge. He stood out. It's like, he's a big dude. But not only that,
Mm-hmm.
he was better than Jalen Moore, in my opinion. I
We
thought
should have had Sean Coleman on the left side. I've been pushing for Sean Coleman ever since we got him from the Browns.
this guy's a former third-round pick, Bashar.
Yep.
You know, he tore his ACL 2019, right? And last year he opted out because he's had some medical issues that COVID could have been problematic. But anyway, he's back, and I thought he looked really good on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm really excited about having him back. I heard at one point they had him, Jalen Moore, ahead of him on the depth chart. I don't know why. I mean, Sean Coleman at one point was one of the better offensive linemen on the Browns when we had initially got him, and then he ran into the great wall of bad luck was what he ran into when he came to our squad. So good to see him back. Good to see him have a good game. And Channel 49 wants to say, all right, Bashar, Crypto, CG, Barry, Baller, and everyone in the room, I got to check out Peace. If you have a YouTube channel where you're doing that, doing actual 49er videos, I'll definitely subscribe to Channel 49. I might be subbed to you already, but if I'm not subbed, I'll definitely check you out. Looks like you have your own channel where you do your own little videos. Yeah, I love O-line. I want to see our O-line get better.
His channel,
Yeah, I want to see O-line do a lot better. I was really displeased with what we saw, and I heard that Trent Williams is nursing some minor injury. They said it's not that serious. I'm not sure what type of injury it is, but he hobbled a little bit today in
resting throughout the
practice.
preseason.
Yeah. So he hobbled a little bit today in practice. I'm not sure what else went on in practice today too. I didn't really look too deep in it. But speaking of practice, we got the joint practices coming up with the San Diego Chargers this week, and we do have the game coming up as well. So, you guys have any thoughts about that?
Go Trey. I hope he gets as many touches as he did last game.
Oh yeah, from what I heard, he's going to play in the second half, but basically from like the third quarter onwards, he's not going to be playing in the first quarter. So hopefully the line actually gives him at least 2 seconds to throw this time. It was just pathetic how Trey Lance would just drop back and have guys just like diving at him. What I do like about Trey Lance though is he kind of has that Russell Wilson ability where he doesn't let people hit him hard. You notice he'd get in the fetal position, and he gets sacked, but he gets in the fetal position where you're not going to take much of a blow.
I thought that was pretty smart.
Oh, very smart.
Yeah, he can sneak. That's what Russell Wilson does. Like Josh Allen, Russell Wilson, they do that kind of play, and that's something that Jimmy G has yet to do. I mean, he did it in 2017, but he kind of like got injured a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, see, the player I'm looking more forward to is I want to see more of Jaquan Jennings, man. I want to see this guy get a breakout game. I want to see him get a touchdown. Because I'm on this Jennings train already, man. I'm on this number 15 train.
I think it's just a matter of time before Jennings gets touchdowns in the preseason and the regular season. What's up? What is up? My boy that I did get to hang out and kick it with at the tailgate, 49er Tone. He's a fellow YouTuber, been on YouTube for a long time.
What's up, 49er Tone?
My boy from Candlestick. His dad's a diehard Niner fan. He's a third generation Niner fan. 49er Tone in the house. Check out his vlog. I'm in that video for a little bit. When kicking at the tailgate, we had so much fun watching RBL Posse do their thing. Don't give me no Bammer weed, and it was a great tailgate, man. It was just we had so fun to be with the 49er family. I just feel like all these 49er fans I know from the tailgates when I go to the games are just like my extended family. I wish I could make it to every game. I wish I had season tickets. I don't, but when I do go, I try to make the most of it. And I definitely did this past Saturday. I'm looking forward to doing it again. So you're a little late because we're about to wrap this up pretty soon. Go ahead, CG.
Yeah. I was about to go. I plan on going to the 49ers versus Cardinals game on a party bus, but if I see 49er, tell him we can go meet up at the Green Lot, man.
Oh yeah, 49er Tone's a season ticket, so you'll probably see him there. You'll probably see him. Lucky with 49er Tone, man, because he kept telling me Joe Shasky, aka Butcher Boy for 95.7, was going to be at the tailgate, and I was like, oh cool, that's so cool, we get to meet him. And then I text up Tone. I was like, hey man, what's up? What's going on? Do you want to come sit in my section? And he's like, oh man, I just kicked it with Butcher Boy from 95.7 and Bonte Hill. And the next thing I know, I go on his Facebook page and he's making videos with them and stuff. And I was like, oh man, I missed it. I actually saw Butcher Boy's a video of their morning broadcast today. They mentioned your name, 49er Tone. I think early in the show, if you go to the beginning part of the YouTube simulcast for the morning roast at 95.7 the game, they do mention 49er Tone's name on there. So Bonte Hill and Joe Shasky gave you a shout out this morning, and if you didn't hear it, check it out.
I'll catch you down there, tell me, bro.
Yeah, so we're approaching the hour mark.
I'll definitely keep an update because I still got to pay for my tickets.
And he 4 says anytime. Yeah, anytime about being Green Light One, just hit me up and we'll connect. And he says, haha, that's dope. I gotta check it out. I do apologize for those who hopped in late. We are hitting the hour mark and we are ending this now. If there's any final thoughts that you guys want to bring up or want to plug something, let me know, because we are going to end this. We had a lot of fun. I appreciate Crypto Ryan, CJ Ruthless Sports, Bayer Baller, making it everybody in the chat. I love it when you guys give me all your love and support, because I give it right back to you guys for your channels. And we're all 49er fans. We're all in this to support each other, man. And I love doing these shows. I love seeing you guys on here, man. So if you guys have anything else to say, let me know.
Hey, Bashard, thanks for having me on.
Okay, I'll
giving
say
me
something.
the platform. You guys can check out my channel, Bay Area Baller 18. I've been doing a lot of 49er content as well, and I'm going to be dishing out more videos. I can't wait till we get access to the film. Let's free the coaches film on NFL Game Pass. I don't know why they're not releasing that. That's annoying me, but that's what you can check out on my channel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bay Area Baller's got a great channel. He talks about other sports too. Eventually, I'm gonna do a Warriors show. There was a few people I wanted to bring on for that. I'm a big Warriors fan, and when I do that, my Warriors talk, I want to have Bay Area Baller on there because he's a big basketball guy. And CJ and Ryan, anything you guys gotta say before we wrap it up?
Go ahead, CJ.
Oh yeah. All right, definitely. If you want nothing but brutally honest, and you want the truth, and you don't want no bias and homerish, you come to my channel. If you want some good guests and some good streams to hang out with, then go check out CG Ruthless Sports, man. If you don't like what I gotta say, you gotta respect it. At the end of the day, I love my 49er empire. I love my faithful, man. This is just the way I represent the team, man. Hopefully, if I come down to that Cardinals game against, like on that Levi Stadiums, hopefully I see y'all around. We got to get that dub,
And
anything for you, Ryan? What's up?
Yeah, I just want everybody to go out and subscribe to my 14-year-old homie, Amin the Dream. He's trying to get to 1,000. Please, let's get this guy there. He does really good content. He's a very smart young man. Just go out and show him some love.
Yeah, he's always watching my shows. I appreciate it. Amin the Dream's a really good guy. Very knowledgeable kid. So that about wraps it up, guys. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to everybody who hopped on. I appreciate it. We're going to be playing practicing with the San Diego Chargers this week, and then we're going to be playing them too. So to those out there, keep repping those 49ers and stay 49er minded.
Come on, 49er Faithful, let's get it.
Because it's 49er mind.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mind. It's 49er mind.
We gotta get that brick by brick real quick.
49er mind.
Yeah, yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mind.
We from the Bay.
49er mind.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mind.
We got that red and gold blood inside us.
49er mind.